motherfucker like you just don't care. Take what you want and don't be scared. Party like a rock star, yeah. You the baddest, put your hands in the air. When a motherfucker like you just don't care. Take what you want and don't be scared.
So here I am back one more time, you guys. I already did one video. I just posted it. Make sure you guys take a look at it. It is about transgender women who trick men. That's my last video. I will try to link it. It's brand new. Okay, so this video is about something that actually happened. And when I say I know you guys can tell like by the title of the video, you know, why I stopped selling drugs. You know, okay. So let me start from the beginning. I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. So I was dating a guy, and before we really started like hanging out and, you know, dating and, you know, different things like that, I liked him so much, you know, and I knew he was the, you know, the dope boy or whatever. I knew he was around or whatever, and I knew what he did and everything. And I don't know, like our relationship wasn't really complicated. That was back in the day, y'all, when I was not back in the day. It was a few years ago. It was less than 5 years ago. But okay, like I'm trying to think of how can I start this story off where y'all get all of everything. Okay, so this is my boyfriend at the time, and I'm talking to him and I'm telling him, you know, that that I want to make some, you know, I'm trying to get some extra money. So, you know, he hooks me up, y'all. He tells, you know, he like, I'm not going to tell y'all where we met or anything like that, because he's still doing that and I don't want to incriminate him, you know, or whatever. But, so we met up, and I'm going to call the place, just for namesake, I'm going to call this place that we're meeting up at Rogers. Okay. I'm going to call it Rogers. So we would meet every day, really 7 days a week, at a place called Rogers. And that's where people would come. Now, Rogers is like it's not necessarily like a pub, but it is a place where they do like karaoke. You know, you can come and drink, and there's a pool table, you know, a place like that. So, and actually that's where I met him. So, and I had known him for like 4 or 5 years before all of that started. But anyway, he kind of hooked me up. So he would give me these little baggies, y'all. And the baggies would have the bag was like this big, and it would have these smaller bags in it. And each bag had, you know, Coke or whatever in it. And, that was the only thing that I sold. So I would come like late at night, you know, I would sleep during the day. I would come late at night. I would go to Rogers, and I would be there, and people would know that I was like the girl, you know what I mean? I was the queen. I was the queen, the trap queen. I can't believe it. I'm telling y'all this. So I'm the trap queen. I'm in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I'm the shit. You know, everybody's coming to me for what they need. You know, some people are coming saying, you know, that I'm making big decisions here. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, you know, there would be some times, you know, at night where he would leave early and I would stick behind, and, you know, people would come to me, and it's so crazy because when you're doing that type of job, it's like, you don't really know, like me personally, I'm not in everybody's business like that. So I didn't know, I don't know who doing drugs. I don't know who's selling it. I don't know who's snorting it. I don't know who got it in their veins. I don't know who's smoking it. I don't know what y'all doing. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I learned a lot. Let's just say that I learned a lot. I learned a lot by, you know, by doing that job. And I'm saying that about people who I didn't know or I didn't think would do drugs like that, was, you know, they were doing them. So I think the first time this happened, the first incident that happened, that kind of made me rethink like selling drugs was I got robbed. So I got robbed actually a few times. So the first time I got robbed, like y'all wasn't thinking. I really wasn't thinking. So my purse, I was about to sing karaoke, and I had one of my friends hold my purse, y'all. And when I tell you, when he gave me the purse back, the drugs was gone. So I knew immediately that I'm in trouble because I'm responsible for that money. I'm responsible for either the drugs, bringing back the drugs, or bringing back the money. So my so-called friend, obviously I go tell my boyfriend gets into it with my other friend. I never saw my other friend. I never saw him again after that. It's bad, right? I hope he didn't like die or anything. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I know my boyfriend was mad. I know that. Anyway, so that was the first time something happened. So the second time something happened, I was doing my little job or whatever, and I was staying with my godfather, and I didn't want to have the drugs in the house with me. So I had the drugs in a Louis Vuitton wallet. Like, it was a wallet like this, kind of one of those big wallets with the zipper or whatever, with, the Louis monogram on it. And I had the drugs in the wallet in my car, and I lent my car out, and I lent my car to my godfather, and he got stopped in the car, and they found the drugs. That was the second instance, right? But even after that, I kept doing it. So the third and final instance where I was like, you know what? I don't think, I'm not sure about this. I was on my way. Now I had some drugs on me. I was on my way to Rogers. And I was on my way to Rogers, and I don't know what I was doing, y'all. I had something. It was like, I know I was doing, like, I had something in my hand that I dropped on the floor. And mind you, I'm driving at the time. So I'm driving. I got something in my hand. I drop it on the floor. Excuse me. I drop it on the floor, and I swerve a little bit. And like, now I had already seen this, an all black SUV, tinted windows. I figured that it was the police. They didn't have any lights on or anything, but it was one of those like undercover SUVs. I had already passed it. But when I swerved like just a little bit, he saw me and he stopped me, y'all. And I was like, I'm terrified. Like, I'm scared. Number one, Number one, I'm a veteran. And if you get caught doing anything like bad, you know what I'm saying? If you get caught doing stuff, you not like, they'll stop your benefits and stuff like that. So, I can't afford that. So I knew that I was in trouble. So the guy stops me, I pull over, I'm terrified. I got drugs on me. I got money on me, he comes up to the car and he's like, ma'am, are you okay? And, like I said, I'm terrified. And I don't think I started stuttering. I was just telling him, that I was telling him that it was an accident, I'm fine. I swerved. There wasn't like any cars. I didn't like cause an accident or anything, but he was just stopping me to see if I was okay. And thank God he didn't ask me for my license or my ID. Like, he was off duty actually. So like, I felt like those were my kind of three warnings, like, to stop that shit. So I think that particular night, after when the officer left and I went ahead and kept going, even after that, I went ahead and kept going. And, and then I talked to my boyfriend, at that time, and we both decided that it would no longer be a good idea that I keep doing that. So, y'all, that's my little story. My close calls. Listen, I don't belong in jail. I don't belong in jail. I can't do it. So, I can't do it. And that's just that. But, I'm so, so glad that God blessed and spared me during that time where you know, I didn't learn a lesson for a while, you know what I'm saying? Because so many different things happened and I didn't stop, immediately. I wasn't really smart. And it's so crazy because that is just the allure of, of the drug scene. Like, so I get it. Like, dope boys, drug lords, like that fast money, like where you can make everything, make all the money that you need in one night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. And my boyfriend at the time, he's sitting pretty, you know what I mean? Like he's got several houses and several cars and all of that going on. And, and I wanted that, I wanted a piece of that too, and, it wasn't like I wasn't already getting money, but I wanted more. And I think that greed is where I like really, really messed up at. So it's not something that I recommend you guys do if you're doing it. It's only a matter of time before you get caught. So that is my story time. My second kind of story time for today. I hope you guys will check out my last video. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I will be doing more videos. It has been like 3 or 4 weeks since I did a video and I really apologize. I've just been, kind of going through some things, getting myself together. So, again, this is your girl, Lyria Chanel. This is my little story of time about why I stopped selling drugs. And I will see you guys again next time. Thank you. Bye.